Come on. I hate computers. Okay, we good. No, this says otherwise. Good enough for me. Okay. Tighten this pipe down a little bit. Just gonna weld it in place later. Where's my flathead? Yeah, I'd rather use the flats. There we go. Okay. Pretty tight. That's better. Okay, good. Now we're in business. Okay. There's the lighter. Now we're on fuel. Not great. Not terrible. Okay. Let it warm up a little bit before I get the door open. Gloves. Need gloves. Gotta bring the twitch up. Cool, let's do it. All right. Cool. This magnet really does not want to stay. Glue it on there. Needs to heat a little bit more. Get everything nice and clean. You know what? I think I'm gonna change this. This. Dirtiest damn tool in here. I never even used the thing yet. Put this around back. That'll help a little bit. Cool. Everything looks good. Clean. Now we over here. Almost hot. All right, good. Twitch again, just to make sure. All right. Nice, clean tools. Almost there. Some sparks coming out of there. That's different. This one, yeah, there's the files. Got an idea for this blade. Remember to stretch. Oh, took 2 days off, paying for that. Hope you're all safe out there. Hope you're all doing well. Being safe with all this going on right now, so hope you're all doing okay. Don't forget, drop a line in the chat. Say hello, let me know you're here. Especially if you're new or if you have any questions. Oh, man. All right, that magnet was not going to stay on there. Where's my sticker? I know they gave me a sticker. Where the hell did I put it? Oh well, I'll find it. Still go thinner. Why are you choking? You're not low on fuel, I know that. No, you're definitely not low on fuel. Come on, get your shit together. Let's go. Now, where'd that sticker go? Got my koozie. Where's that? I took that sticker, I put it somewhere. Huh. Where the hell did it go? Put it somewhere. I wouldn't have thrown out the sticker. I want to display that proudly. Nope, I don't know where I put it. Huh, weird. Hey, Wisdom. Yeah, Jersey is, I mean, all the states are under a lot of panic, really. I mean, everybody's pretty scared. They don't know what to do about this whole thing, so I don't know. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But then again, when does it stop getting worse? So, I mean, everybody's getting hit, and everybody will get hit. You know, it's going to spread everywhere. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, I'm personally not terribly scared of it. I mean, I'm in good health, and you know, I'm not terribly worried, but I've been going a little bonkers. Yeah, I mean, this whole tri-state area. Now, when they say like New Jersey and stuff like that, that does still include like North Jersey, which is a lot closer to New York. So when they say like New Jersey has cases, a lot of that can be people that commute to New York for work. So everybody that you know, all the people that live in North Jersey, you know, they usually commute to New York for work. So shit. So you know, a lot of that can be, you know, from that. There has been you know, some cases in Philly, things like that. So it depends on the areas you live in. We're closer to the Philly area, so the Philly stuff that's hitting us is what's more worrisome to us than just quote unquote New Jersey in general. People think that we're New York light, but they forget all about South Jersey. So, I mean, all that, you know, usually makes it a little crazy. But I guess we'll see how everything kind of develops. My wife works in a hospital, so she's been out of work due to an injury, so she hasn't even been around it yet. So she hasn't even been dealing with the chaos. But, you know, from what I'm hearing, there's plenty of crazy left to go. There's my sticker. I knew it was in here somewhere. Double-sided sticker? Hell yeah. So I don't know. I hope you and everybody's safe. I figure since I'm on lockdown, no better time than the present to make some blades, but nobody's out, so they should have some time to sit down and watch. Wow, who'd have really thought, right? Yeah, it's interesting when you say you got to head off to the gym because, you know, that's definitely not happening around here right now. All the gyms are shut down. So that was like the first thing they shut down. No, yeah, it makes sense. The infrastructure is pretty important. I mean, especially with everybody still trying to make businesses work from home and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see how everything changes and comes up. I mean, I hope everything gets better. I really do. I don't want to keep seeing it like this. I got a whole baseball team full of guys that were itching to play the first Sunday of April. We were looking to play baseball. Now that ain't even close to happening. So, baseball's definitely not going to be even a dream right now. So, although they did bring back ESPN 8, the Ocho, so I got that going. Yo, what's going on, Gio? Doing okay, man. Trying to take it easy, staying busy. Making some blades. Thanks to this awesome piece of hardware, we got the new blade from my birthday, which I'm more than anxious to show off. So I have a new bevel grinding tool, which is over here, which came for my birthday. So. With the new bevel grinding tool, we can make beauties like this. So the new bevel tool makes a perfect bevel. I can set the angle, run it right down, and basically nice and easy, make a perfect bevel every time on both sides of the blade. Balance it right down the middle, and everything comes out perfect. Thank you. So now, I'll be able to sell blades like that, start getting some money for them, and, that's what I'm really looking forward to right now. It's turning out a good product for people. And getting those Instagram follows. It's all about the gram, right? Ah, shit. Felt that one slipping. Oh, not down there. Okay, actually, that works out perfect. Now I can pick it up. Oh, come on. Sit. Okay, there we go. This amateur hour brought to you by a mason jar full of iced tea. For when you can't quite do things right, reach for the iced tea. Maybe people will forget that you just screwed up real bad. Yeah, well, hey, feel free to follow the Instagram if you haven't, Gio. I do try to post pictures of the finished work and stuff like that, and all the stuff as it goes up and gets done and ready for sale and all that stuff. So, down there, if you want to check it out. I don't really overpost. I've been trying to post some of the old blades that I have done. Just get them all up there and get some pictures up there. But I'm not going crazy. I'm not hammering people with it, so you won't have to worry about me swamping your feed. Neither yet. eBay's kind of hard to sell handmade stuff. It would be more Etsy. So, but for now, I'm just working on building up stock because, I wanted to get good quality too. Like my quality really wasn't there yet. So, taking that into consideration, I didn't want to try to start selling stuff that I wasn't 100% proud of. But that last one I just showed you, I am 100% proud of it and ready to sell it. So, a lot of the stuff is just like, it's okay, but it's not like, I don't really want to go just racing it out there yet, So, get a point in this bitch. thinking about throwing some serrations on the back of this one just for giggles, just for the lulls, but we'll see. Really get this tip nice and hot on this one. I'm still doing the rail anchor because the stock is so good. I have a couple like pieces of rolled stuff, but it also, doing the rail anchor keeps my prices down. If I go spend $10 to buy, a piece of flat rolled steel, I'm kind of stuck because, that adds expense. I kind of want to be able to bring it to people at a reasonable price, especially considering how long it takes me to, actually make stuff. It's hard to say, okay, now I'm going to spend $20 on this, $10 on that, and then I'm making nothing. So, I kind of, I don't know, and I like the forging part too. The rail anchor's just, it doesn't take me that long to hammer out the rail anchor anymore, especially now that I have the jig that I have to straighten stuff. Not really a jig, but the Hardy hole adapter thing. This bad boy. Ever since I made this, it's been a lot easier. Yeah, oh, no joke, more stuff the better. Ever since I made this little guy for the Hardy hole, I throw this in, and I can bend the hook out on the back of the rail anchor, and that straightens everything right out, and that makes everything a lot easier to start. That was always kind of a pain in the butt, but I don't know, now I'm doing the smaller knives, staying away from the wooden handles and stuff. If I'll do some chef's knives still, no problem, but doing this stuff is, I'm turning out stuff in a day instead of 4. And I'm proud of the work. It's not like, oh, I'm just turning out a thing and it's like, I just cranked it out for the sake of cranking it out. I mean, I'm still very happy with it. The high carbon is, it's awesome to work with, super sharp. All right, keep working on this point, get it shaped up. Yeah, but the grinder jig, so basically once I throw this thing on the flat surface here to work on, I'll show you the grinder jig. What, did you wiggle on in there? Come on. There we go. So once I put the grinding jig on, I got this little bad boy. So this guy sets an angle right here. I set the bevel angle by turning this. And you can kind of see it's not perfectly 90, which it isn't. Oh, hell no. No, I like the hammering too much. It keeps me in shape. And then I just set it on here and just run the blade right along here like this. And that's it. And that's how I got the bevel that I got on that last blade. It was really that simple. As simple as just running it on there. I don't think I want a hydro though. If I had a hydro something, it would be like a small hydro with like a pump jack that I would use for like doing like Damascus and stuff. Because like doing Damascus, you have to really kind of press it once you forge weld it. So, and I feel like having the pump jack would be nice. So if I made some kind of pump jack jig thing, just something I can just do to really forge weld everything together, that would be nice. But that's really the only hydro thing. I like the hammering, I really do. I don't really need to make work that fast. I don't need to make this my living. I want to just enjoy it. I enjoy the streaming with you guys. If I just crank, I can't make big stuff. If I was making big, long swords, yeah, I mean, probably I'd want a power hammer or something like that. Like that Big Blue in Forged in Fire. I would definitely want it for something like that. But doing this stuff, it's fun. I mean, it's keeping me in shape. This arm's getting strong as hell. This arm's not. So we're not going to do that with that arm. But this arm's getting strong. So. Fortunately, I'm right-handed and I pitch, so my baseball team's going to be happy come whenever the hell the season happens. So they'll be real happy. This arm's going to be throwing some gas. And it's got stamina. Swinging a 3-pound hammer is a hell of a lot more than a baseball. So if I can do this for a couple hours, I can pitch 9. I've already been able to pitch 9 innings, but whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to grind in the tip. Yep, that's as close as we're getting. Have to grind it in the rest of the way. Yeah, whatever. Widen this blade a little bit, get some shape. I'm gonna grind in a prettier shape than what I got here for sure, but. All right, let's start working down here by closer to the handle. But yeah, it's too much fun doing it this way. I really just enjoy it. The handmade part of it, being able to really control that part. Some point down the road maybe. But for now, since I can't do anything huge, it just doesn't make sense to have a power hammer. This thing can really only heat up blades. I can't heat treat anything bigger than this. This was big, and I still don't think I got a great heat treat on it. Like, I don't want to do anything bigger than this. So I feel like if I'm going to do work like that, I'd only need it for big stuff. And I don't know, I'm having fun with the small knives, the small little hunting and pocket knives and things like that. I think it's a lot of fun. And, people really like those. The big wall hangers, they're just, there's not as big of a demand. So when my buddy got me my Christmas gift, which was a couple parts for this, he also ordered from the same company. He ordered a couple of the flat steel blanks, which one of them is this monstrosity. So, this thing's a monster, but basically I'm just going to make it for myself. I'm just going to grind this out, make it for myself. It's huge, it's fun, but, we'll see what happens with it. And there's a hunting knife that I have over here as well for him. So, and what the hell is this? Oh, this is the piece of steel from my buddy. So I've got a couple pieces of steel, but I feel like if I'm going to buy steel, like flat steel, I think what I really want to do with it is use it for Damascus, because then I can really turn it into something cool. And hammering stuff super flat on here, and grinding it, and then trying to turn it into Damascus, it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. Besides, this doesn't even take me that long hammering. What, I've only been at this for 36 minutes, and from a rough piece, I've already got most of the blade shape out. So, once you get the hang of these small blades, it really doesn't take that long. What the hell is that? What the hell is on my thing? Was I like talking and I spit on the side of my thing? I don't know what's going on. Some kind of weird something on here. I don't know. Well, it takes a little of the fun, I'll say that, but when you're doing a big project or projects and that's what you specialize in, it's a great thing and it's a great tool to have. I wouldn't doubt it for that, but to hammer out a 20-some inch sword, it's mind-numbing. It's absolutely mind-numbing having to hammer out a sword that big. That's hard. So, but for little things, Honestly, for little small pocket knives, it would be almost impossible. For small pocket knives or chef's knives, you know, power hammer would just obliterate the project because it moves work so fast. It's really good for moving thick stock, like, you know, moving really thick stuff to, you know, to shape fast. More than doing the fine detail work. You're still gonna have to do this stuff regardless. It's just really good for moving all the little stuff around, all the big stuff around, so you're not killing yourself doing that. It's definitely warm down here today. I always like to let this go a little bit and then get the air blowing on me. Get it nice and warm down here. I like it warm because I'm always in a t-shirt when I'm doing this. If I took this thing outside on a cold day, it would not be fun. I don't know if I could swing a hammer on a cold day. I hope my Facebook thing is working. I don't know what's going on. I'm having all kinds of issues with my Facebook, and it's kind of my fault because I kind of changed my password today. That was fun. But I don't know. Things are working, they're working. But either way, thank you guys for hopping in the channel. I really do appreciate it. I know everybody's under quarantine and things are not so great right now. Maybe I brushed this on this. Oh, yeah, I must have gone like that. Because it's yellow. Okay. Oops. But I really do appreciate you guys hanging out here, really, for everything. And even during quarantine and all that horrible, nasty stuff. So it means a lot that you guys are here. I told myself I was going to get a sketch pad for down here too, so I could sketch up blade shapes and shit, but I keep forgetting to bring it down here. You know, like a smart person would. Alright, so it's about time to start working on the handle, so let's smash in where we want it. Right about there looks good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now we'll start moving some handle material. Stretching it out. But if you are out there watching, guys, thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to say hello. I do love hearing from y'all. And if you're new, definitely say hello. Let me know what you think of the channel. And please feel free to ask any questions you may have about what in the world I'm doing here. Because to be fair, most of the stuff I'm doing is a little weird. Unorthodox, weird. I have a lot of adjectives for what I do down here. I'm going to stick this right on here. Or maybe not. What is this, like a window cling? Aw, man, this isn't even sticky. Oh, bitch. Yeah, I'm sure you are, Bad. Hey, how have you been? Haven't seen you in a bit. How are you? Oh, man, I need better stickers from these guys. I'd be like, yo, I want to put your stickers all over my stuff, but they don't stick for shit. Send me better stickers. Man. It's like a window label or something. It's like a window cling. It's been so long since you've been here, Bad Direction, I might almost start thinking you're new. I'm good on the lockdown as well. Don't really have much of a choice, so I'm just stuck in doing this, making blades. That's it. Our offices are pretty much shut down, so we don't have a lot of choice. So it's basically been, stay home. We're a small office, so it was better for us. The two partners that run our office, are older. So if one of us came in sick, we'd take them both out, I'm sure, because they're both old enough that this would kill them, guaranteed. So it's way better for them and us to all stay away, so they don't get sick. And so nobody gets sick, really. Everybody should be staying home if possible. It's a shame a lot of businesses don't have a choice. But, well, fortunately then you're half all right, The unemployed part's unfortunate, but being antisocial is the order of the day right now, so you're doing okay. Antisocial's the flavor of the week. Oh, shush, Forge. I know you have plenty of fuel. Yeah, it must have been what I did. I hit it on the thing. Okay. So if you haven't gotten to see it, I'll show you off here. We did get a new bevel grinding jig, which goes with this monster here. So the new bevel grinding jig allows me to turn out beautiful bevels like this. So this was a project we made Thursday. So the new grinder gives me nice flat surfaces, and I can get really nice bevel grinds and finishes on everywhere. So it's been very enjoyable working down here for the last week, 2 weeks, being on lockdown. So I'm glad that this thing, I'm glad this thing showed up before all that started. Well, as long as you're staying safe, bed, that's all I really care about right now. I'm just hoping everybody I know stays safe and healthy from this whole thing. That's the big thing. I just don't want people getting sick or spreading things around. Well, it's hard to say what the actual speed is. This thing is around 6,600 material feet per minute. It's not a variable speed. The only two variable speeds that I have are the drive wheels on the back. I have a 7-inch and a 4-inch, so I have those two speeds. It's a 3 horsepower, 220 volt monster. It does a lot of work in a hurry, and you ain't stalling it no matter how much you try. So it's it's fast. So if it's a variable speed drive, that's the big thing. You know, you really need to check to see if it's variable. That just depends. You can make any grinder work if you just put a variable speed on it. That's basically what it boils down to, really. People just need to have that variable speed because with wood, you don't want to grind too fast, from what I'm told. And certain grinding jigs, certain tools for the machines will burn up. It'll burn up the bearings at higher speeds. Like my small wheel holder will burn up if I do it at the higher speeds, so I have to use the smaller wheel for that. And for, like I said, for wood handles and such, you want to turn the speed down. So it's kind of hard to say like specific speeds, so it really depends on the application. You know, going fast isn't always a problem, but you can always it really just depends on the motor. If it's just the grinder here, that just depends on what kind of motor you put on, but a variable speed motor can cost you a lot. That's why I went with this motor, because it was like $600 cheaper for the motor than the variable speed motor, because the variable speed motor would have ran me over $1,000. So I wasn't really anxious to do that. So I went with the single speed motor and the the changeable. They're all changeable. You can change out the drive wheel. So I have a high speed and a low speed. I think it's like 6,600 and 35 or 3,400 or something like that. So that's material feet per minute. So I don't technically know what the RPM of the motor is. I don't know if it's on here. It might be hiding back here. RPM 3450. There you go, 3450. 3 horsepower. 60 hertz, obviously, because we're in the United States. So, size on the belt wheel. Well, again, so it's a 7-inch wheel, and whatever the RPM I just said, because I already forgot what I said. That's the only math I can tell you. I don't know I suck with gearings and stuff. I'm no good at it, so I can't figure that out. I just do what they tell me. All I know is it's fast and does work. She definitely does work. Well, for mine, like they say on this one, they said with whatever that RPM I said and a 7-inch, it should be around 6,600-ish ballpark. So if you could figure that out from there, that's all I know. Plus it's 72 inch belts. 72 by 2. So, I don't know. I mean, it all depends. If it's a fixed speed motor, I mean, this does crank. It should be around that much. But like I said, so if it's 3450 RPM, I mean, the rest of this rig doesn't really matter because this should all just be holding it tight, because all this shit should just matter up to 72 inches. That's really all that should make a difference. It's just how fast the drive wheel is actually pulling belt past. So I gotta cool this off in the fan a second. No water. Oh man, my Simple Green spilled out. I love hammering out handles. Gio asked about a hydro press or a power hammer earlier. This is about when I would want one. Right about now. Hammering out the handle always takes so long. Really stretch this out. Alright, still a lot of material to go. Yeah, I don't know how you figure that out. I'm sure there's something online. I'm sure something online could tell you that. I'm not really sure. I apologize. I mean, it's a 7-inch belt. This is a 7-inch wheel, right? I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm gonna be upset because that's what I ordered. Yeah, 7-inch wheel. So it's a 7-inch wheel. Yeah. Well, I mean, really, if it's that's where I can give you as a ballpark to start. If if it's around 3,500 RPM and you're looking at a 7-inch drive wheel, it's going to give you 6,600 material feet per minute. How you get there, I don't know. I really don't. Like I said, I asked the company before I ordered the product, I asked them, what was, some of the specs and things like that, because, I wanted to know that sort of stuff. Like, I wanted to know, I know how much material feet per minute some things are, and I'm like, well, is this better or worse? And why should I buy your product? Wogo! Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the host, sir. I hope you're doing well if you're out there. Oh, there you are. Yeah, evening for you. It's just past lunchtime here. How you doing, sir? Hope you've been well. Yeah, I know I need more viewers. Tell me about it. I would love to have more viewers. I'll take any ideas you may have. Like I said, most of your viewers are European, so I can't haul them in because you stream during the day. I'm at work normally. Well, thank you. I try to be cool and nice to my viewers and answer any questions they may have. I try to be nice, but I think the problem was because, things were stale for a little while, but I don't think a lot of American viewers sit down and watch the makers and crafting sections. I think that's part of the problem. So, or at least that's what I'm going to attribute it to. Oh, may have hammered that too much. Well, it'll hold now. Oops. I've been trying to get the viewers, man. It's just, I'm starting to make cooler products. I'm starting to try to really branch it out there. I just wish I could stream more, especially during, I don't even know what Twitch peak hours are for makers and crafting. A lot of US viewers just don't watch this stuff. Some, but you're not getting the same as you get when you're watching Fortnite, that's for sure. I could stream Fortnite for one day and I'd probably get more viewers than I've ever had on here. I hope so. Now that I'm making better product, don't put that on the wooden stool. Making better stuff. We got this little new beauty. If you haven't gotten to see it, now that I have the bevel jig. Oh, I know. I remember. I love doing it. And whenever I can make something like this, it makes it even more worth it. I got the new bevel jig, so I get perfect bevels now. I get nice, sexy blades. Still do the acid etch because they're carbon steel, not stainless. So I still do the etch just to protect, except for the edge. So, yeah, that's the jig that I got now. That was a birthday present from my wife, so I got to thank her for that one. She got me this lovely bevel jig that goes very nicely with the grinder, and oh my god, these are super tight now. So that's making life so much easier for that. That was the first knife I did with a jig. It's that easy to use that, the first time the results were that consistent. So it's, I'm glad I can start making a better product. I think that helps. That helps draw in people and keep them coming. You just have such a cool shop. I love watching your shop. Jealous of how much space you have and how much stuff you got going on down there. So I'm sure other people love watching that too. I just wish I could haul in some of those sweet European viewers. They love crafty stuff. Yeah, I got this lovely little jig here. This does all the work. Set an angle. Set a nice little angle. Put it on the rest and do it. Well, yeah, maybe a work in progress, but come on, loosen up, boys. Come on. Oh my God. Super tight. Okay. Let me get some oil on these things. I may have over-hammered it. Yeah, that's smoky. Smoke them if you got them. I mean, that's the thing I want to do. I want to be able to, I want to be able to get that better product for people. They see a cool finished product. I think that's what's going to keep people coming back. So Probably going to stick with the smaller knives for a little while too. I think that'll be a good start. Stick with the smaller hunting kind of stuff, and you know, pocket style knives. Nothing, you know, the chef's knives are fun, but they just, I worry there's not as much demand. I mean, I've made some cool chef's knives, but they're big, and I don't know if people who cook really would know how to use them. Hey, yeah, I know you guys should know each other. Oh, Walter, thank you for the follow, by the way. Boop. I'm also trying to use Instagram now to try to be, you know, be a little better at this. So, I'm hoping that helps things, you know, and helps me reach out. I think the new thing I'm going to try, and I don't know if you think this will be silly, Walter, but let me know what you think about this one. I know a lot of streamers, game streamers, like to use heart rate monitors. And I thought that would be something fun to do while I was streaming, because, I mean, if anybody's heart rate is going to climb, it's going to be a guy hammering steel in his basement. Also, it would be fun for me to know for my own personal knowledge. Yeah, I thought it would be kind of cool, you know? It's fun watching like a video game streamer, watch when the adrenaline starts to hit them when they get near running a world record, and that's kind of funny watching their heart rate like climb. I think that's kind of cool. But I thought for me doing it, it would be kind of fun because you can watch it climb as I really start to work and as the stream goes on. And most people will probably be calling 911, but my heart rate probably gets higher than it should, I'm sure. Just another piece of equipment for me to set up during the stream. It's not like I don't forget to do stuff as it is, so. Just a few more hammers away, and I should be able to cut this baby off and then fire up the beast. My favorite part of the day. My ears don't like it, but boy howdy does it move steel. Getting there. Probably going to do some work on shaping it. Well, yeah, I know. Sorry, I can't help you with the inches and stuff. Inches to feet and speeds and yeah. Well, it's weird because I mean, if it turns, I don't know. I don't want to think about it either. Hey, no worries, Walter. I'll see you soon. I'll be here for a little while. Absolutely. Thank you again so much for the host. I appreciate it. these allergies are killing me this year, man. I got all these things in jars everywhere. Hey, you shush. You're almost done for the day. Let me get a little more oil on this thing. So it seems like, actually the smoke is kind of helpful, showing me where the air is flowing in my basement. The oil smoke is helpful, yeah. Seems like, so I got the door open in the back with the fan, so that seems to blow all the air this way, then it goes all the way around back out the other side, which is great. So I get a nice little filter. But you can see there's definitely some current blowing air in this direction. My fan's doing a good job of getting fresh air in here because that smoke is not rising straight up. Oh, there we go. Now they're moving again. I hammered them a little more than I should have. Not by much. Okay, I think I'm going to put pretty big. Little minor error corrections. Hang on tight there, dummy. But I hope everyone's doing well out there. If you're coming in from Vogelcraft stream, I appreciate it. Welcome in. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I am just a bladesmith. I don't have the fabrication skill that he does, unfortunately. I wish I did. I've just barely learned how to weld. I can kind of make two pieces of metal stick together, so that's kind of fun. I welded something decent the other day. I forget what it is now. What did I weld? That actually looked good. I forget where it is. Maybe it was that little stand there. I don't know. I welded a stand for my ferric chloride. Because there's my ferric chloride in that lovely little PVC tube there. That keeps, well, it keeps my ferric chloride in one place. So it's not on the floor. So I had to build a stand so it wouldn't fall over. Makes sense, right, people? But that was actually a pretty decent weld. Just a bunch of rebar. Really, it's all holding it together. Come on, don't get squirrely on me now. All right, I got a little bit more handle to move out at the base here. Then I'm going to do some touch up and finish on the blade, and then I'll be about where I want to be. I need a table back here is what I need. Oh, my little guy fell out. Little guys. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Made all kinds of stuff. Oh, wait, what we got here? Telling me that the machine needs a minimum of 5,000. The streamer says this machine is too fast. His machine runs at 1,097. If I machine a pulley to 5 and stick it to the motor, 36. I do have a VFD laying around I could sell. I mean, it's kind of weird. So, now is it a 2? Is it a 72 by 2? Like a 2-inch, 2-inch wide belt? Because remember, a 2-inch wide belt at so many surface feet per minute, you've got, 2-inch by, it's surface feet, remember. So if it's a 4-inch wide belt, that number is going to be cut in half. Do you follow? I know I'm not speaking really well probably because of the heat, but the surface feet per minute. So I'm guessing it's a material, like a surface feet of stuff that goes by. So like a square foot of material. I hope that's what it means, because I never really looked that up, to be totally honest. But I'm pretty sure it means that, if you had a 4-inch belt, you'd be getting less material feet. But obviously you have more belt coming by. So you may double check on that, but this is 6,600. That's what I was told. And the RPMs are the RPMs. So a 7-inch belt would give you, or a 7-inch wheel would give you about that much, and the 4-inch wheel gives you a different amount. There's got to be somewhere online to look it up, though, isn't there, you think? There has to be something. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell back here. There's not much else as far as that goes. I mean, it's obviously not going to tell me that. Well, right, but what I'm saying is if you're calculating material feet per minute, does that mean 1 foot of belt goes by? Or 1 square foot of belt goes by? That's why material feet per minute is something a little misleading to me. Right. I get that, but I didn't know if, I was just a little confused because I wasn't 100% sure if, a 4-inch wide belt gives you more material feet per minute. So it's not square, so it's just a straight line. Okay. So I get 6,600 feet of belt going past per minute. Well, I mean, if you want to see what 6,600 material feet per minute looks like, once I'm finished with this handle and I get onto the blade a little bit more, I'm going to start grinding shortly. So if you want to see what 6,600 looks like, and how effortless it makes the work, I mean, if you want to sell them the VFD, go for it, because that might be the best bet for somebody who's not 100% sure what kind of speed they want. But for me, the speed is great because it does a great job. It does a lot of work really quick. I'm very happy with this grinder's speed. Pretty straight. All right, let's do a little bit of work on the blade. So if it's just that goes by, 6,600 feet per minute, it's a lot. Some people know if they're not going to be able to change it, if you just put one wheel on it, because this has it's a changeable, it's got like a pin in there that you just, you undo the set screw, holds it in, you take it in and out, whatever. So, that's how I That's how I saved $600, basically. You know, I just have two speeds. I have 7-inch and 4-inch. That's my two speeds. So I could put a 10-inch on. I don't know. God knows what that would do. I put it on. I don't know. The thing would be an animal. It would burn out all the bearings, though. To be totally honest, it would probably just burn out the bearings. Time for some iced tea. This started full, by the way, an hour and 20 minutes ago. Usually I can drink a gallon of this stuff and I sweat. I sweat out a gallon of tea. God knows where the rest of it goes. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind some metal blanks, but I mean, then tell them you're gonna have to charge them. You know, you can't. I wouldn't just do the work for free myself. Not for something that complicated, especially if they're being demanding. If they were like, well, it needs to be this and it needs to be that, I'd be like, well, then you need to put some money in my pocket. I don't mean to, you know, ain't nothing in this world for free. As Cage the Elephant said. And if you nice work done, you better expect to pay for it. So if you're planning on doing nice work for somebody, they better expect to pay a couple bucks. That's only fair, man. Once time gets put into the thing, you know, people gotta pay money. No. So I think I'm gonna do something interesting with this blade that I haven't done before. I'm gonna do a single bevel all the way to one side of it. So I'm basically gonna bevel one side of the blade, and then the other side is just going to be dead flat. I'm just messing around with it. Again, if somebody wants it, they can buy it, but if not, whatever. But I want to do something different. And I think it might be kind of a cool way to design the blade. I think the handle's good. It's still going to have to go on a little diet on the butt end, but otherwise I think it's okay. So, turn this off. Everything in this shop needs oil. The propane tank making noise. All the propane is turning from a liquid to a gas, and it's cold. So, I'm going to take this over and pull it off briefly. I mean, I'm a nice guy and everything, but, you know, to be fair, you know, somebody shouldn't expect a lot for nothing, you know. I mean, if it's your time and you got to build parts for it, you should be expecting something. compensation. That's me. $8. Some expensive screws. All right, I have to go get a cutoff wheel because where did I put them? You know, I said just a few minutes ago that I'm just done organizing my shop. Apparently not very well because I don't remember where I put my cutoff. Oh wait, maybe they're in here. Is my wrench. That's the other thing I can never find. Let's see. Where did you go? Did I bring you over with it? It's not in here. Where it should be. No. Okay. Okay. Let's check over here. Is it here? It is not here. Cool. We're going to play a game of Find the Wrench. This is a game I usually play. Oh, nope. This is a fun. Feel free to play along at home. There it is. I should wear like a GoPro when I play this game. Not for me, it's not. It is not dropping frames here. I don't know if it's on that end or what, but I have 0. Ooh, I don't know what an Error 3000 is. Is it better than Andre 3000? I don't know, but I don't have any drops. So if there are, I don't know what's causing them. I apologize. It may have just been a Twitch thing, because Twitch is probably pretty bombarded right about now. In all fairness. In all fairness to Twitch, it could have been some kind of error with the Restream too. I don't know. The Restream app does its own things and has its own problems. Yeah, I would blame Twitch. Go for that one. Okay, let's go with a fresh grinding wheel. Oh, wow, that's... there's a lot less grinding wheel than there was. Yeah, that one's starting to fray a little bit. Refresh if there's frames dropping, because I've got 0 on this side. So it may be the Restream app, or app, but site, because I do Restream to Facebook and YouTube. So there may be problems there. I don't know, man. There's so many variables anymore with stuff. As long as my internet connection is long and strong, I'm not complaining, trust me. So here's a couple of the other ones that I didn't show you. These were some of the ones from earlier in the week, during the quarantine week. So we got this little guy, which is kind of cool. I might want to redo the bevel on him now that I have the bevel tool. But this one's pretty cool. Nice little handle on it. Again, acid etched, and just except for the edge, the very fine edge that's on there. And then a little Skinner blade. I don't know what to really do with it. It's kind of a small... I keep doing this the wrong way. It's kind of a small handle, but that's kind of like the point. It's just kind of a small little kind of blade here. But just little guys I'm having fun with. You know, just for fun. Yeah, I don't know what could be going on. I mean, I don't see any issues here. I'm looking at my dashboard feed on my phone. I don't see anything, so I apologize if there are problems. So okay, I'm gonna go put this in front of the fan one more time, give it some cooling off so I can work it sooner, because I can't really do a lot with super hot steel because I am afraid to touch it. As well you should be. If you and stuff's falling over in my shop. Cool. The hell was that? What the hell fell over? Did something fall over on stream? It could be some of the stuff that's piled up over there somewhere. Whatever. No worries. Oh, there's that rust starting to form. Ooh, a little bit of a bend here. Let me try to straighten this real quick. Oh, it was probably my angle grinder fell over. Yep, that's probably what it was. I don't usually like to hammer cold steel, but I had a little bend in the back that I didn't quite see. Oh wow, that's really kind of bad. Not terribly cold yet. I still have some warmth in there, but put it back in here for a second. No, I just from normalizing it, I probably didn't even see it. To be fair, I was looking down the blade side. I wasn't looking at the spine when I was checking it for straight. That was kind of my fault. I got sloppy. I went over and started to look for my angle grinder wheel, and I kind of forgot to check everything. But fortunately with this now, I can actually grind out issues, like small issues. I couldn't do that before. I basically had to have a finished blade whenever I was done, whenever I was done hammering, because it would just be, it would be impossible to remove anything with that other grinder, with the little bench grinder. It was just terrible. That should be about good. That looks better. It's not perfect, but it ain't bad. So, quench will come after some grinding. I like to do some grinding and get the basic shape first before I quench. And it's a lot less wear on the belts if you do most of the grinding first, because my 36s, I have a bunch, but they're the kind of consumable belt. Those kind of go, those go quicker than anything, because that's what you're really using to hog off material. So the 36, gets a lot of work done, but at the price of the belt's kind of going eventually. So if I did that with fully hardened blades, I'm pretty sure that removing bulk of the material would I'd be going through belt after belt after belt. And then this would no longer be cost effective, and I would stop doing it. So there's that. Yeah, they're pricey, but you can get a few blades out of them. They do last a while. Well, you should watch this old Tony. Bad. He's got some. I've watched him, and man, watching the stuff he does, machining is incredible. So, but I get pretty good ceramic belts. The company I use, which I was trying to put their sticker all over the place, and their sticker doesn't work, and their magnet fell in my water. So, I'm thinking of finding a way to tape the other sticker on, because it looks really cool. Where'd I put it down? Oh my god. I am having some problems today, folks. Where did I put that sticker? This is unfortunately what the majority of my stream is, me looking for stuff. I had a sticker. Oh, yeah, okay. Why did this fall over? I put you right here. Why did you fall over? Okay. It's a very cool company called Red Label Abrasives. They make very good equipment. Unfortunately, American for any of my out-of-country viewers. I'm sorry, but they're very good, and I can't find the stickers. So I'm going to have to put it on later. Wow. So the 2 meter, oh, okay, so 2 meter, 7.5. So that's 3 by, oh God, that's a big belt. Nice. That's a really big belt. I mean, I get mine for about $5 or $6 a piece. So, but mine are 2 by 72. So, which would, I think yours is 3 by, well, I guess about 3 by 72. So, I guess if I'm doing the math right, 2 meters, 36, I don't know, whatever, 36 inches, I don't know, something like that. But again, it's probably might be a little longer, shorter, I don't know. But yeah, that's actually pretty expensive. Like I said, I get mine for about $6 a piece. And they last. So 80. Okay, so 3 by 80. All right. So we got the other tripod we're going to set up, and I'm going to bring you guys over here because this is where the action's about to be. So I'm going to switch mounts. Now, here's a funny thing with all the chaos going on. Once I realized, I was like, man, I want another camera. I need another webcam for over there. I was like, cool, I'm going to go to the store and get a webcam. You know, that's not hard. Well, remember that everybody's now working from home. So, yeah, all the webcams are gone. There's no webcams left in the stores. So, I couldn't go out and buy a webcam, so I'm going to have to find something on Amazon. I might just get the same one that I have because I know the drivers work really, really well on my computer. And that's what I want. So, look at that. Whoop. Slide this a little bit. Come on, open up now. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that nice? You guys will get a nice, good close-up of it. The way I figured was a little bit better. So, is this thing cold enough? I'm going to test this thing, make sure I don't pick up a burning hot thing here. Yeah, it's cool. About 140. Put it in the water the rest of the way. So... yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to be really a machinist. I'm not a fabricator. I'm not even much of a bladesmith. C920. That might even be what I'm using. What is it, Logitech? Is that what everybody has? I think that's what I probably have. Yep, the C920. Probably what I'm going to get is another one of those. So, yeah, it's exactly what it is, the C920. Great little webcam. I ain't going to lie, that thing is fantastic. So, I would recommend it to anybody, to be honest. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to move my drink. And I'm going to turn you guys over to the grinder. That's the back of my basement that you guys don't usually get to see. You're not missing much. Hang these up for now. Okay. So I just need to cut the extra material off of this. So this shouldn't take me too long, I hope. Easier with 2 gloves. Another machine challenge from Emma's. I'm sure with everything going on, It's probably, I mean, that's probably the general excuse. Yep, definitely left it fat again out here. Why did this feel longer? There you go. Do it to the inside line there. Okay. I love chalk. All right, hang on, folks. Hang on to your speakers. Plug it in first, dummy. Come on, stupid vice. Almost there. Come on. Well, that was fun. That was enjoyable. My apologies for that one. Let's get that cooled off. So now we got the basic. Oh, yeah. Hi, camera. Force of habit. So we got the basics. Handle. Blade. Probably going to grind away a little bit more of the blade, but basically I want to get it nice, start and flat, and then we should be good. So, the main event. Let's see. I may have to move the belt a little bit, or the plating, but it looks okay. Let me just double check it real quick. Make sure it's nice and squared up. Is it? I got so many different Allen keys on this thing. There's like 7 different keys. Just a little nudge was all it needed. Okay. Tighten everything up. Okay, everything's good. Cool, cool. Put everything back. I know everybody hates these Allen key holders. They are a pain in the ass. Okay, so let's get the flat out. All right, check for square, because why not? Yeah, I don't see any light. Cool. Now, I need my earplugs, and I'm going to drop the volume down because, well, you'll see why. Maybe not that much. Okay. I just have to remember to voice up a little bit. That's all. Okay. Safety first. Custom molded earplugs. Super useful, so you don't have to keep looking around for those little guys all the time. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to try to make sure I'm loud because I know that this is going to be loud, so I have to remember to speak up. Come on, find the middle. There we go. Cool. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to use the table yet. Oops. I'm going to use the magnet because the magnet works best for this. I'm going out of order. Don't mind me. The magnet for this vertical part is a little easier. And boy, does this work. This thing is great. Yeah, I left the end a little fat. And I do regret that. A lot of sparks. 36 is good for that. Spark bucket. So we're getting there. We're gonna have to try to I want to flatten all this, and then I'll do the blade. I like to do the blade on the rest that way. So, but I tend to do a little bit of it on here, but I do most of the blade on the flat rest. Oh yeah, I left that. It's always interesting to see where your high spots are, because this will find them for you. Come on, stir some of this crap down. But if you're out there watching still, please don't forget to chat, guys. I'm still here, and I can actually see the chat a heck of a lot easier while I'm doing this, because I'm facing pretty much right at the computer. So, please, feel free to chat away, guys. Gotta keep this thing cool. Moving up. Find all those high spots. The grinding is way more relaxing now than it used to be. It used to be stressful. I couldn't get it done fast. I mean, it didn't need to be done fast, but it just felt like I couldn't get it done at all. Now this is kind of an enjoyable process. Now that I can see something develop at a reasonable speed without, without taking days like it felt like before. Yeah, the rest is super helpful. That was amazing. The fact that this thing has the two holes, so you can just get an attachment and put it right in there is super helpful. The rest is great though. But the bevel jig, people make them online. You could probably, there's a lot of videos actually to do it online. You like making stuff, so you'd probably be better off than I was. But making a bevel jig isn't too difficult. I just didn't want to try doing it myself. Also because I kind of wanted something nice, so I didn't bang up this thing. I wanted to have like a really good tool for this. And that one has a nice plastic bottom. So when it's on my rest, it's not just gouging up my rest and scratching it all up. So that's kind of a nice trade for the extra money. I mean, I say extra money, it was a birthday present, but I'm still super appreciative of it either way. And, it's super awesome. Okay. I'm going to cool this off a little bit. We're going to take it to the other side. Yeah, kind of basically it. It's basically the way this thing works. I can bring it a little closer here. This is some kind of special thing, but it does, that thing does work. And most of them just have like, some kind of threaded thing or washers to set your height and blah, blah, blah. And that's the way they do it. But, there's a lot of ways I saw people doing it online. But just a lot of them had metal bases. And I feel like the metal bases are going to just destroy my flat surface rest. So I was a little nervous about that. I'm glad I put fresh water in here, man. That water was starting to get bad. I kind of had some funky ass water in there for a little while. I'm not proud of that. I think I quenched something that was super hot, and it kind of like it smelled really, really bad one day. I was like, oh, that's awful. It was like it wasn't even like a rusty smell. It was like rotten eggs. I didn't know water could do that. I was gonna say, somebody said, oh, there's probably something living in there. There's nothing living in there. I'm quenching hot steel in this thing. There's no algae or anything living in this thing. Yeah. Well, the jig itself is made out of metal, but I don't really use any magnets on it. The tool, the knife rests on like screws that are screwed into the holes on there, and the magnet, there's no magnet. I just clamp it on. So I'll show you from the front. You can see that the blade rests on these, and they're adjustable all over the place. And you rest it on there. They have ones that slide up and down too, but these little guys do the job. And you rest it on there, and I just clamp it off to one side, and that does the job pretty well. I mean, I'm sure there's different things, but this company sells these things, and they seem to sell several of them. So, they were pretty popular. And the only negative reviews on Amazon were people that were like, "I don't have any instructions. I don't know what to do." Basically, it seemed like people who just had no idea what they bought in the first place. So that's what I'm betting. Well, outside, yeah. I don't think mosquito larvae are getting in here. I mean, I hope not. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's different ways to do it. But it does do the job. I'm not gonna lie, it does the job really, really well. And hopefully you guys can get to see it as I get there. Don't tell me this belt's starting to get burned out already. Yeah, I would like to. I guess I would like to see how I could have built something. There's a lot of things online. If you look up like beveled, knife grinding bevel jig on YouTube, you'll find countless videos of people telling you how to do it. Trying to go to the flat for a little while. You get some shape, get the edges off this thing a little bit. Go to the rest. Probably should have done this. Yeah, that would have been smart. This camera angle works out pretty good. I tried to do an overhead camera angle, but I kept putting my dumb head in front of it, so I had to go with this. So I'm starting to sharpen here, trying to bring it in a little bit to thin it down a tad. So as I can bring it down and thin it out, I'm also trying to leave an edge up there. So I did leave that little edge up on there for a reason. I do want to, because I'm going to do paracord, so I want to give the paracord something to edge up to, so I can go from in here to the edge and the paracord doesn't want to run off, since I'm not drilling the holes for this one. So that's what I'm telling you, Walter. I'm bringing good. I'm trying to do good camera work. I've got good camera. I've got good sound. I can't get views. Makes me a little sad, but you know, this gives you the perfect view of everything. You know, I don't know what else I can do, man. I'm trying to give people what they want. I'm probably not terribly entertaining, to be fair. There's nothing really outstanding about me. I'm just average white dude. And nobody wants to watch average white guy. I don't know. Not that I've seen online. I don't have any kind of crazy like personality or anything. I'm just okay. I'm not crazy. So many of these YouTube guys, YouTube and Twitch guys, you gotta be crazy. That's what they're looking for nowadays. You gotta be nuts. And I'm definitely not that. Far from crazy. Well, maybe a little crazy. Depends who you ask. But see, I don't know if you have Little Caesars Pizza where you're at. And this is probably a long way to go for a really dumb joke. But you don't find them very much out here anymore either. But Little Caesars Pizza has an item called Crazy Bread. Now, we used to not really call it Crazy Bread because we said they're not quite crazy. I have not, General, because I'm not quite sure how yet. I don't have a contact wheel. Yeah, I know. I'm probably going to start streaming more regularly, though. I have a blade with a convex profile, but the problem is sharpening it, putting the bevel on. I don't really know how to do that consistently, and that kind of worries me. I don't want to. I've got a blank across the room with a convex edge, and I'm not sure how I'm going to actually do the bevel. So it's going to sit there for a while. It's going to sit there until I can figure it out, unfortunately. Yeah, but I can't, the fact that I don't work, or that I work 9 to 5, I can't be running out and, I can't stream during the day. I'll get there, whatever. It does, but when you have such a thick piece of steel, I wonder how I'm going to get a good bevel. Now that I have the new bevel grinding jig, which is over there, I don't really want to not have perfect bevels when I have the way to do them. And I'm sure it gets respect, but I suck at it. I learned that with every other blade I've done. Freehand bevel, I suck at it. And I didn't say I was doing any welding today. What are you doing rolling in here? Your spidey sense might not be tingling. Oh, I put a big dumb hammer mark in the handle too. Ugh. Level to the table. I'm not quite sure I follow. I don't think it tilts more than like a few degrees in either direction, unfortunately. It only goes like several degrees the other way. Tilt the bottom wheel. So this thing moves. Yeah, this thing will swing. I'm just trying to see which way you mean. So to bring like the bottom part of this back and bring this kind of forward. I mean, I can grind a convex shape. Like I can grind the convex profile. Like that's easy to grind, but doing the bevel is the problem I'm worried about. I can grind on this wheel. I don't have a contact wheel. I probably should. They were sold out, so I might have to buy one eventually. But I can grind, you know. Or, convex profile. Well, wait. Well, this is convex. Concave. You mean concave. If I'm... Has a space missing. Interesting. Because I think if you mean concave, but yeah, like I could do that on a wheel. Well, isn't like which part of the the edge profile. I'm sorry. Now I get what you mean. I guess I could. Now I see what you mean. You mean the profile, like the actual edge. I thought you meant like the whole blade shape. Yeah, that's something I could do, but these wheels are so tight. I think I would rather have a bigger contact wheel for that. No, yeah, I'm straightened out now. I see what you mean. Like the side here, you're talking about on this part. If I was grinding here, I thought you meant like the actual blade shape. So yeah, I get easily confused. Don't be surprised. You shouldn't be at this point. But I see what you mean now. I don't mind the flat profiles for now. Because again, I've only made... Right. Okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, this thing needs She's gonna get some work this one. I let this thing fat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get you. Um, yeah, that, so the convex blade shape, um, you can kind of grind that by sort of just kind of going like that. You can get kind of a softer bevel. It's kind of the shape is kind of what you get from like a katana. The katana has a convex blade shape, and that cuts things off very easily. Um, but the thing is, I just kind of got this bevel maker, and I really like the nice square edges. Well, yeah, but most everything else is square. If not for like a bevel, and then an edge. So from what I've learned from that, uh, you know, the straight edge as opposed to one or the other. I know they like the awesomeness of it, but I'm trying to stick with just the straight grind. Not either one. I'm not really. I know, yeah, the other ones are pretty awesome, but I just go for straight through for now. So it's just a straight angle, whatever that angle is, whatever the hell that thing tells me it is. Um, but yeah, that's why katanas were always super happy about that. I think most of the blades I had done, most of the chef's knives I have worked on, because I didn't have the bevel grinder, kind of by accident has like the convex, because I just end up rolling as I go, and I can't hold it perfect the whole time. So because I couldn't hold it perfectly the whole time, the edge would slightly convex. So that's kind of what would happen, and you know, that's right now. I just want to stick with with the straight angle, because that's basically like what this has. That has it. You can't really tell, but it's not straight, so it kind of curves from one to in, or from the back into the blade. So that's what it does. I can see it. I can see what it does. You can feel it. There's no edge. Um, but intentionally, I mean, no. It's just the only thing I could do was that. That's just all I could really do with that, because as I would try to grind a bevel here like this, if I tried to grind a bevel, well, the next time I set it down, that angle wasn't perfect. So the next time I did it, that angle might be more or less. So I ended up, doing it just because. That's just the way it kind of ends up working out. Not really much of a way that I can see with this to like put an intentional one on, unless I use the slack part of the blade, either above or below. I could use the slack. That would work, but as far as from now on, I think I just want to use the straight, the straight edge, because it gets such a good finish. I know you say that knife guys like the way it looks, but as far as the finish that I got on the blade on Thursday, I'm going to show it again because I can. You know, that's just that straight angle that jig was set at. Took it all the way down to 5,000, and that's the edge. And I can feel where it goes from the flat part of the blade into the bevel, and it just drops straight. And that gives me such a nice grind and a nice edge. So, I mean, yeah, you can do it with the platen, but I'm not really sure how. and I'm kind of just sticking with the jig for now because I really, really like the way it finishes up. It just finishes the knife so much cleaner and nicer. The plunge grind comes out so much nicer and more even. I couldn't get a perfect plunge grind before, but now that I have the jig holding it locked into place, the plunge grind stays good. Everything just kind of comes together a little bit better that way. So, all right, now I need to start working. I need to get some work done here. I think I'm going to do kind of a drop point. Let's see. Where's my chalk? Okay, here's my chalk. I think they are amazing. I'll tell you that. So, to lighten this blade, I think I want to go like this. So I think to take some of the weight off, I'm going to cut away there so that the blade kind of has that downward angle. And then I'm still, once I'm done there, I'm thinking of putting some serrations into the back for fun. So we'll see how that goes. But let's try taking some of the meat off of this thing right now. Well, there went my chalk. Yeah, it's moving quick. We had this discussion earlier. It's moving fast, so it does pay for me to stand a little bit to the side, especially when I'm really leaning some effort into this, because it will throw. Told you though, this machine. I'm not saying where it's from, because I'm not 100% happy with some of the customer service issues that I had, but I am 100% happy with the way it works. So, oh, the stand's amazing. The stand is super helpful. I mean, it's super sturdy. The footprint isn't too big, but the fact that it holds all the arms in one spot and they're easily accessible is great. So when I get a contact wheel or any other arms and stuff like that, it's just amazing. It's not even that heavy. I mean, it looks heavy, but it's really not. It's sturdy steel for sure, but thanks to all that weight cut out for the holding holes, it's super light. Relatively light. Okay, let's say relatively light. That's a better measurement. Okay, so now I got kind of a drop point. Rotary platen. Yep. Rotary platen it is. see. That's pretty lean there. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw a little bit off the back here. I'm going to thin down the handle a little bit more. I want to get that edge for the paracord. Just a little bit. There we go. Just need a little rest up top for the paracord to sit in. There we go. And I'm going to do the same. Move this a little bit more down here. Now let's slim this thing down. I think I made it a little too fat. I need to slim it down a little bit. Starting to get a shape to it. Kind of sleeking it out a little bit. Had too much belly. I always hammer it out with too much belly. Feels nice. I like it. Feels good. Got a good weight to it so far. I still got to thin the handle out. The handle's fat, too big, too much handle. And then we start doing this. Okay, so let's start on the blade a little bit. Let's start getting some kind of shape here. Kind of nice being able to stream during the daytime. I wish it wasn't just during a global pandemic, but it's still nice. Got to see the good and the bad, I guess. Starting to flatten. Still thick. God, she's thick. This thing's really thick. I probably should have hammered longer. Getting hot. Need a drink. they're almost cleaned up. Apparently I left this one high in the middle. That's weird. Kind of new for me. Usually I leave it high on the spine. I'm always up for doing something screwed up, so... Oh, that smell as that burning scale comes off from the grinder. It smells so good. For anybody who's never smelled that, lucky you. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, starting to get there. Still got a bit to take off. But I am happy with it, let me tell you. Heavy though, God it's heavy. I think I'm going to do a very, very fine bevel on this one. I don't know if I should do it on this one, but I was pondering doing the edge, just flattening one side, and then only doing the bevel to the edge on the other. That was what I was pondering. Excuse me, let me see something here on my computer. Excuse me a moment. Cool. Apparently the YouTube stream ain't working. Whatever. It's awesome. A lot of sparks. So much spark and scale. Still hot. warm. It's getting very warm. A lot of grinding. What kind of conditions the belt in? That's a good question. Yeah, it's still good. Still plenty good. Still feel a lot of grit on there. We're still plenty fine. What is it? 440. Oh my. Okay. Trying to check some of the straightness here. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too terrible. It's getting there. Needs a little more work. Oops. So I'm actually thinking, since I've gotten this to kind of a ground state here, I wanted to do serrations in the back for some reason. So I'm thinking how I'm going to do those. pretty fine, but I don't know if it's going to make fine enough serrations. What do I want to do here? I mean, serrations always look cool. I mean, you can't argue with that. Should have hammered out the handle a little bit farther. Decisions. Oh, I could grind in a oh, yeah, that's what I should do with this one. Grind in a thumb rest. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, I'm doing that. Okay. Change of plans. Where is my triangle file? Let's see. My little triangle. Thought I had a little triangle file, didn't I? Yes, I have a couple of them. I don't know if either of these are going to work. I may have to just use one of my regular big boys, but I think this will actually be pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do the thumb rest on the back. See if these files are even hard enough to bite into the steel. I got a couple little triangle files, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do I want to cut a thumb rest right in here, so that the thumb has that place to sit. I think I want to cut that in here. So I'm going to grind that out pretty quickly on here. That'll take a couple seconds. But I need to see first which files, if any, will cut. Not really. I know this one does. Yeah, well, is it cutting? I don't know. Hold on now. Okay, knock these corners down a little bit. Wow, that's really not biting either. Ooh. My goodness. Okay. So, triangle or go home, huh? These triangle files look like they have like some kind of paint on them. And it's like they're all bound up with paint. I guess maybe that'll come off if I use them a little bit. Yeah, actually that's not bad. Okay, so these will do. I'm just gonna have to do the grind a little bit. How big is my? Oh, I don't want to do this all for one little thing. I'm gonna try to. Well, I could just do it with the other file, like I've always done. So I definitely want to do this with my chalk. Where'd I put my chalk down? Okay. So let's take the glove off. Make it a little easier. I want to put thumb well right about there by where my thumb is. So I want to put a nice little thumb well right about there, kind of where the chalk is. And then I'm going to groove it with that. Now, here's the problem. I don't know if my camera will reach, but I kind of want to do this all with the file because I think the platen, well, I can start to get it dug in a little bit on this. Actually, I'm going to use, I can use the top one. So I'm going to grind a little bit of it out on the platen, and then I can kind of touch it up with the file because I don't want to go too far. So I might use the bottom wheel actually. I think because that's a 90. There, it's got 90 degrees of grinder. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the bottom one. This is going to be a little awkward, but let's try it. Getting just blasted with grit. Awesome. A little weird on the camera angle here. I apologize. Actually, that's not too bad. Might not have to do much file work at all. I'm going to round the edge off a little bit because it's kind of sharp like that, but yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that'll be nice. So I'll have a nice little thumb rest there, which will be cool. Set the thumb back. Sits real nice in the blade there. And what I want to do, which I might do off stream because I'm probably going to go up and get myself set for dinner shortly. So I'll do this all off stream because none of you really need to see this, but I want to file grooves all the way along the inside. So many of them, every so many, whatever. And I'll set all that. So, but anyway, thank you guys for stopping in, and thank you again, Walter, for the host. I appreciate it so much. I will be back a little bit later on this evening, probably after dinner, probably closer to my normal stream time. So I will hopefully see you all again then, and I'll see you all real soon. Take care.